Hey guys, it's Dr. Conklin here to do a lesson with you at the very start of our Unit 4A on linear functions. So please make sure you're using our new packet, and we're going to start right off by looking at page numero uno, page 1. So I'm wondering if for some of you this might be a review. Y equals mx plus b. This is called the slope-intercept form. And we call it that because we have m and b. M, if you could write this down in your notes, is another letter we use to represent the slope. B is our y-intercept. Okay? Some other words that we sometimes see for slope is rise over run, and maybe you heard that last year, so you might want to just jot that down. And I think we actually might have blacked out, sorry guys, I thought I did this already. You might want to black these out because I don't know if we blacked that one out for you. But let's just go through and we're going to talk about different kinds of slopes and sketch a picture with it. So we can have what's called a positive slope. A positive slope means that we are going, if I sort of read from left to right, we're going up. Okay? We also could have a negative slope, which means if we go left to right, the slope is going down. Okay, now if we have a horizontal line, this is going to be a zero slope, whereas if we have a vertical line, this would be what's called an undefined slope. Oh my gosh, hold on guys, this is not a very good undefined vertical line. Let me use the magic of the iPad. There we go. Okay, so make sure you have those sketched on. I will give you a minute to make sure. You're good. And then what we're going to do today is practice how to find the slope and y-intercept given this y equals mx plus b form. So what's sort of nice is the first couple ones, I'm just going to write y equals mx plus b on the top. You know what, actually that marker is way too big. Mr. Shupp would be reprimanding me, right? Y equals mx plus b. And part of the reason we call this the slope-intercept form is look at the two things we're plugging in for, m and b. So our slope, or our m, is going to be 2, and our b is going to be 3. And then I just want to practice writing the slope as rise over run. If we write this as rise over run, what number is really underneath every whole number? It's really 1. So this would be 2 over 1. Okay? Let's try this. Y equals mx plus b. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to look for my m and look for my b. Now I do see I have a negative sign here for my b value, and that's okay. It means we're going to be starting at -1 when we graph something. And what's our rise over run here? Well, we're going to rise 3, meaning we're moving up 3. We're going to go to the right 4. So just to start to think about graphing it, because that's our lesson for tomorrow. And then last but not least, y equals mx plus b. We're going to do the same thing again. Here's my m. Here's my b. So m is going to be -2/3. So now be careful here. What's our rise going to be? This is a little sneaky. Our rise means we're actually going to go down 2, and we're going to go to the right 3. So that negative tells us we're going down. Okay, and then our b value, if I look back up here, is -10. Now, those are really nice, those 3 questions, because if you look at every one of these 3 questions, let me just grab a different color here, you'll see that y is all by itself. But if you go to page 2, we're not going to do the whole thing, it's a little crazy. We're going to go to page 2, just so flip over, and we're going to just try a few today. Now, if you look at number 7, does everybody see this is our y value? It's not by itself, right? So we have to divide every single part by 2. 2 and y are connected by multiplication. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 22 divided by 2 is 11. I'm going to bring that negative down. Now that we have that, we can find our m and our b. So our m is going to be 4. Our b is going to be -11. So we could also write this as 4 over 1. we're going to go up 4 to the right 1. Okay, same thing with this one here, number 8. And again, feel free at any point, guys, to pause this video. All right, I'm going to circle my y. I want to get the y by itself. So how can I get rid of that 3? Well, I'm going to divide every single part by 3. When I do that, y equals, and again, it's okay to leave this. Sorry, that was a little too big. It's okay to leave this as 2/3. That's no problem, guys. And then 18 divided by 3 is 6. So again, we're going to do y equals mx plus b. This is my m. So my slope is 2 over 3. I'm going to go up 2 to the right 3. And my b value, or where I start my graph, is going to be 6. Okay, then there's one more kind of way sometimes we're going to be asked to get y by itself, and we'll do a little more review tomorrow. If we look at number 11, you'll see here that y is over here, but it's not connected by sort of a coefficient or number in front. It's connected by plus 2x. So what we want to do is cancel this 2x. And this is what we did a while ago when we were solving those problems that only had variables in them. Y equals, I'm going to put negative 2x first. Now look at that. I'm putting that first because that's usually in y equals mx plus b where that goes. And I'm going to bring down my positive 8. So here's my negative 2. Here's my plus 8. Yeah, Charlie, what's up? Okay, one sec, bud. Sorry, I've got Charlie here helping me, guys. So our slope, we're going to go down 2 to the right 1. So just a reminder, whenever you have a whole number, what number is really in the bottom? 1, okay? And then our b value, we already said, was 8. So let's do a last one for today. You guys are rocking it. Again, we're still on page 2, number 12. So here's my y. In order to get y by itself, I'm going to add x here, add x here. I'm only left with y on the right side. Now remember our trick. We want to put the x first, and then since this 7 is positive, I'm going to put plus 7. Now we haven't come across one like this, so this is good timing. What number is really in front here, guys? Because if you look at this, it's hard to tell if there is a slope. Well, the number in front here is really 1. So if I look here, I have 1 for my slope. And remember, guys, it's always going to be 1 over 1. So I'm going to rise 1 and go to the right 1. And then our b value, if we look up here, our b value is just going to be positive 7. All right, so hopefully, again, feel free to pause the video if you need to go back and try those. But we're going to have you guys try a couple on your own. If you flip to page 3, number 1, 2, and actually, no, skip 3, guys. That's sort of a tricky one. 4 and 5. So I'll change this to 1, 2, 4, and 5. And then if you go down, we're going to have you try just number 11 on page 7. Or page 7. Oh my God, goodness. Page 4. Okay, so let me go back over. We're going to do page 3, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 1, 2, 4, and 5, and then page 4, number 11. Okay, have a great day and keep up the good work, All-Stars. Bye.